The annual Jeff Keighley extravaganza is upon us, and we're here to talk how Nintendo is going to be involved. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switchforce. Gabe is here, and the Game Awards are this week, so we thought it would be high time to talk about how Nintendo and the Switch are going to be a part of the big show. There are three major ways in which they are involved, and we are going to go through those and then give you our predictions. Let us know your take and how you think things are going to pan out in the comments down below. Gabe, let's start with the smallest and the easiest one, and that is, maybe it's the biggest, but it's the most obvious, and that's that there's two Nintendo games up for Game of the Year.
Yes, and we've talked about this in past videos. Zelda and Mario, both nominated on top of PUBG, Persona, what was the Horizon?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes,
yeah.
There you go. Good memory. So do we think that Nintendo wins Game of the Year? This is not going to take up the bulk of the video, but I think there's a super solid chance. I would say at least 70 to 75% chance that a Nintendo game wins, right?
I think so. I mean, I think, we don't need to debate the merits of the other titles. They're definitely strong. We've kind of said our piece on those already. But I think, to me, you got pretty good odds. If you're a betting person, you got pretty good odds that a Switch title is going to grab the crown.
Which Switch title?
The one I want to win is not the one I think will win, but we'll leave that for a later day. So we got two Switch games up for Game of the Year, Mario and Zelda. They're going to get big hype and big publicity regardless. Not that they need it, but it is cool to see Nintendo really bringing that software heat to this show. The other way Nintendo is going to be involved is via an eShop sale. And that has been confirmed by Jeff Keighley. There's going to be a lot of different digital sales, and Nintendo is a part of it this year.
And this could tie into a Game of the Year winner, possibly. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but let's say, for instance, Zelda wins Game of the Year. Wouldn't it be cool if they, had a Game of the Year discount just for that day? You know what I mean? On eShop, where they took 20% off, something like that. And people on Reddit make fun of Nintendo sales on eShop just because, they're not great. But I feel like this would be a perfect chance to get a lot of people to buy a game that, first of all, a lot of people already bought. I think the people that are still not, on board the Zelda train are because A, they don't like the series, or, B, they're waiting for a price drop. So this would be a perfect opportunity for that.
I'm going to say that I don't think it's anything AAA like that. I think it's going to be an indie sale. I think it could be some of the more successful indies. I could see like SteamWorld Dig 2, Stardew Valley, Golf Story, things like that getting sales. I don't think Nintendo... They will not drop the Zeldas, the Marios, the Splatoons. I don't see that happening.
No, I'm not talking about a price drop. I'm talking about a one-day Game of the Year sale. Just just to commemorate it if it wins Game of the Year.
I don't think they do that.
Sure, hear me out. Is it a cool idea?
It's a great idea, but so is always putting a game on sale.
Nintendo loses very little, I think, by again if it wins Game of the Year, either one of the two games. Just put it on sale for, that day. You don't have to, you're not going to lose a ton of money on it. I don't know. I feel like that could be cool. But I probably tend to agree with you. I think you're right.
I could see Snipper Clips getting a sale. I think that would be nice.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking bigger, Zach. I'm thinking bigger. No, well, is Snipper Clips nominated for anything else? How about everything that's nominated is on sale?
Mario, $10. Zelda, $10.
No, not that big.
Living in a pipe dream.
I'm not talking that big a sale, but 10% off or something where you get to get Mario for what, $54 instead of $60?
You're dreaming. You're dreaming. But we can take our talents to the next dream, which is the announcements. We know that there are a bunch of unknown announcements, and whether those are brand new titles or updates for pre-existing titles, that's TBD. But there's more than ever, so that's at least 13 from the mouth of Jeff Keighley. And these could take shape as new announcements, but more likely for Nintendo, I see it being the place that they finally unveil Breath of the Wild DLC Pack 2.
It's a little hard because when Jeff Keighley mentions world premiere stuff, because that's the word that they like to use, I always think it's something like new.
But a world premiere could be the world premiere of the DLC trailer, the world premiere of the Mario DLC. I think this is an opportunity for Nintendo to affirm some things for Switch in 2018, but I don't know that necessarily means brand new. There has been that rumor, Gabe, that Metroid Prime 4 makes an appearance any? Are you holding out any hope for that?
No, but I would love for that to happen, but I don't think it does. I want to touch on the Zelda thing. Zelda DLC. I mean, you might be right. That I would just be so underwhelmed. Because you gotta imagine whatever, and the world premieres are not always like really like cool stuff. Like sometimes it's like really like small games that don't end up being very substantial in any manner. But I would like the Metroid thing would be amazing. I think if that happens, like that steals the shine away from the awards themselves. Maybe I think for the hardcore gamer, because remember Metroid's not.
I mean, I think most people are watching this show for those premieres. How many people are actually watching to see what wins best action game or best sports game?
Yeah, fair point.
The only reason I tune in is to see these premieres, and I could see Nintendo saying, "Hey, this is a large stage. Let's show off something." And my better judgment says that would be like a Yoshi title and date trailer, or a Kirby title and date trailer, or. To me, the highest probability is that Zelda DLC pack, since we haven't heard anything. As far as we know, it's still coming this year, and they've made no peeps, and this would be the perfect place to peep and peep and peep and peep.
Let's throw a Beyonce reference in here. Maybe they're going to Beyonce us, and just like all of a sudden one day be like, hey, it's here, buy it, buy. Like, they could do that.
That would be very cool.
I always think video game companies should do that more, because it happens in music a whole lot. Where they're like, hey, this thing's ready. You didn't have to wait for an announcement of a date and then wait for that date to get here. It's just ready and it's here. Enjoy it. Like, I hope that's what happens with the Zelda DLC. Although I don't think so. But as you mentioned, as far as we know, it's still coming this year. And there's not a whole lot of year left. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think outside of a crazy Metroid Prime 4 and out trailer, you can put your bets on Zelda or something.
Can I say something? That's
yeah.
Crazy.
In a second, something indie related would be nice, like maybe a stealth Enter the Gungeon drop, or I think something like that would kind of fit in with the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley has so many ties. You could see like a Nintendo and Keighley kind of teaming up to do an indie drop.
We talk about that stuff during E3 as well, although this is much smaller than E3, but we like when companies just say, hey, and it's available today. That just doesn't happen as much as we like to pretend it happens, because it does happen. But I remember you specifically saying you thought that was going to happen during E3, and to my knowledge, it didn't. There was some demos. But yeah, I don't hold out any hope for that. But the thing I wanted to say before I forgot, my memory is so terrible, so anytime I try to interject, it's just so I don't forget. I had a dream.
Okay.
I really had this dream, and I forgot I had it until just now. Had a dream that I was watching the Game Awards, and that Pikmin got announced.
Huh.
Pikmin Switch.
In
my dream, that happened.
That would be one heck of an announcement. That game is supposedly
done.
All but done. Where is it? I mean, I think we expect it to be a 2018 title, but it's interesting because last year Sony did quite a lot at PlayStation Experience. They kind of utilized their stage to unveil quite a bit and bucked the trend of using E3 as the bigger platform. I don't know that they do that this year because they have so much already announced on the Sony side of things, but could you see Nintendo taking advantage of this December Game Awards and the rumored January Direct leaked by that EA document that they kind of bolster their lineup and sort of their hype cycle before the traditional E3?
The realist in me has super tempered expectations for the Game Awards. Although, again, they've made clear that Nintendo will be involved. The Direct is a whole nother story. I think for the Direct, they do a lot of very cool stuff. That one I do have high hopes for. But, again, the Game Awards, other than a Nintendo game winning and these sales that people probably won't be happy with for the most part, the Metroid thing, it will blow my mind. I will be very, very happy. Give a percentage to the likelihood. Let's give a percentage to some of these things. So Metroid, percentage of it happening, likelihood.
15%.
15%. Okay, I like that. I'm with you. All right. So Pikmin.
5%.
A new Nintendo exclusive indie.
50%.
Okay. So wait, so what is... Oh, okay, here, last one. Breath of the Wild DLC.
90%.
Okay, so
I think
that's the one that you think is happening.
I think that's for sure happening. I don't know where else they mention it. And I think it has to come very soon, maybe even the week after the Game Awards, so that week of, like the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. But I think that has to happen. They haven't said anything about it. There's no direct that we know of. It's got to be here, right? Like what? And maybe they know it's going to win Game of the Year, and so they're saving it for like, hey, it wins Game of the Year, and you love this game so much, now we're ready to give you more. Like maybe that's just all part of the plan.
What if it's a drop? What if Jeff Keighley comes out on stage? Hey, congrats to Zelda Game of the Year. By the way, the DLC is available now. Go get it. Bye.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
Yeah, it'll be funky, but it's exciting. It makes me really want to see the Game Awards. They are on the 7th of December. We didn't mention the date the entire video. The 7th of December. So, yeah, I know we're going to be tuning in. Probably have some discussion afterwards about what happens.
Tuning in. I got invited, but I don't live in LA anymore. It's a little bit of a trek just to show up for a few hours and see. So we'll be watching from home, and we will keep you guys posted with any sort of awesome announcements. Let us know in the comments down below what you think is going to go down at the Jeff Keighley extravaganza. We want to hear your take, and we'll see who is right come December 7th. Until that time, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and us here at Switch Force. Until next time, for myself and Gabe, Switch Force out.